This is the best winter arc protocol you will find to improve your mental health. If you follow what I'm about to say for the next few months, you will become unrecognizable, achieve your goals, and get somewhere in life. My name is Lucas. I'm a psychology and philosophy student, and my goal with this YouTube channel is to help you improve your mental health through science-based habits and philosophy. For the winter arc protocol, we will have 3 steps. The first one is the mindset you need to have to actually implement the habits. The second step is the foundational habits, the one that everyone that's watching this should be doing. And the third one is the specialization habits. Habits that you can choose which one to do based on your specific goals. So let's start with the mindset. Forget everything you've heard and just listen to me. First, be extreme. If you really want to improve your mental health in the next few months, you need to be extreme. And this basically comes from the essentialism mindset, from the imbalance method. You could take it lightly. You could take this protocol and do it, really chill and not really being extreme. But the thing is, the results you get will be so much lower. If you actually go all in into this protocol, your results will be exponentially higher. You can do just 20% of your efforts and get some results. But if you do 50, 80, 100% effort into this protocol, your life will change. If you follow everything that I say, literally to the letter, you will see so much change in your life. The second mindset is to realize that most people bring you down. Yes, even your friends. Society nowadays pushes us to the bad habits and not to the good habits. Your friends will invite you to stay awake at night. They will invite you to play video games, to drink, to smoke, to eat junk food. These are no friends. During this protocol, to actually improve your mental health, you need to say fuck them. You need to put yourself as your priority. And I'm not saying to become a social artist and cut yourself from all of other people. Just be mindful and choose wisely the activity you do with them. If they go out during the day to do some sports or to just talk, sure, go with them. But if they want to go out at night, late, eat junk food, drink, smoke, then you should say, well, I'm tired, and focus on yourself, because you should be your own priority. If you don't prioritize yourself, no one else will. The third mindset is seeing yourself as a high performer. I know all of this visualization and belief bullshit, it doesn't seem to work, but this is actually true. The way you see yourself, the way you believe you are, your beliefs will shape your actions. If you see yourself as a bitch, as someone that doesn't do the habits, you won't do them. Because when you try to do them, it won't be, according to your own identity. And it's like running uphill. It's harder to do. Instead of just gliding down the mountain that you can do if you just reshape your own identity. And now, it's easier said than done, right? But as you start doing the habits, the good habits, and stop doing the bad habits, naturally, you start to believe you are different. If you start going to the gym and you believe yourself to be an athlete, naturally, you will improve your diet and your sleep. You see the mindset here? You want your identity to be in accordance to the habits you do. So then it's easier for you to actually grow. And the fourth mindset is abstain from dopamine. Dopamine is this neurotransmitter we have on our brains. And dopamine makes us feel reward and pleasure. When we do an activity that gives us a reward, dopamine spikes up. And our brain identifies this. And now, the next time we'll do the activity. Before we even do the activity, dopamine will spike up because our brain wants us to do that activity. So we feel motivated to do it. And then we do it, and we got the reward, dopamine, and we get into the cycle. And this is an evolutionary process, right? Because drinking water, eating food, going for a walk, all of these increase your dopamine. The problem is porn, junk food, drugs, alcohol. All of these increase your dopamine to an abnormal level, 2 or even 10 times more than regular things and natural habits. And what your brain isn't made to have these peaks of dopamine, and so it will reduce the amount, right? I'm not want to bore you with the scientific explanation, but basically dopamine, it attaches to a receptor, right? So your brain will start cutting them down. There will be less receptors. They'll be less sensitive to dopamine. And so now, in the day-to-day life, regular habits feel like shit, and you need more and more of these high dopamine habits to even feel normal. And this is going to fuck up basically your life. What you need to do is to abstain from dopamine as much as possible. Only have natural forms of dopamine. From eating, from drinking water, from listening to music, from going for a walk, from exercising, from talking to people. Not from video games, not from porn, not from social media, not from alcohol, not from drugs, not from junk food. And this isn't something you do like tomorrow. Like it won't start tomorrow, like on the dopamine detox and have a natural dopamine. We don't expect you to do this, but this is the mindset you need to have throughout your winter arc protocol, so that slowly you actually start implementing this. Just pause this video and look around at your life and start to think where you have unnatural amounts of dopamine and start cutting them out. If you scroll too much, if you watch porn, if you eat junk food, if you smoke, if you drink alcohol, cut them out so that the natural and the good habits will actually feel better. You'll start to see studying in a new way. You might even like studying. You'll like exercising. You'll like eating good foods. But for this, you need to abstain from dopamine. If you want more details about the right mindset to have to improve your mental health and actually improve your life, you can check out the link in the description. It's my full mental health course where I go over all the mindset, all of the science-based habits, and all of the philosophy you can use to actually be happier and progress in life. So if you trust me enough, you can check out the link below. Okay, now we're at the second step, the foundational habits. These are unnegotiable. Everyone needs to be doing this. Okay, so let's start with the most important one. Sleep. Yes, sleep is the most important habit you can improve in the next few months. And if you only do one thing, be it improving sleep. Because sleep has so many benefits. First of all, poor sleep will fuck you up. It gives you ADHD tendencies. It makes you more anxious because you have less capacity to push down intrusive thoughts. It'll have less energy and a bunch of other shit things. But if you improve your sleep, every other area of your life will improve. It's like, let's say you start improving your sleep. Your overall health will improve, right? Your hormones, you're exercising, so you build more muscle, you lose more fat, you have better cardio, you have better health, better hormones. Okay, your mental health will be better as well. Your studying, your business, your job, everything that's mental will be better, and your relationships will be better. Poor sleep ruins your relationships because it makes you more anxious and makes you see danger everywhere, so you can't be present. And I've already made a complete video teaching you how to improve your sleep. So this is just going to be a rapid fire of things you can do to improve, starting in the morning. First thing, wake up and get sunlight. 5, 10, 15 minutes of looking outside of your window to get sunlight in your eyes to make your internal clock start. Caffeine, limit it to around 3 p.m. and your last meal to 3 to 4 hours before bed. Start dimming the lights at around 3 hours before bed, 3 to 2 hours, and prefer warm lights instead of bright white lights. Try to limit your screen to 1 hour before bed, so no screens. And during this time, this wind down time, try to have all the lights off and just meditate, read, do some breathing exercises, right? So you can do breathing exercises that will slow down your heart rate and will allow you to sleep better. If you follow these, you'll already have a much better sleep than you have now. The last thing is be consistent. Have a consistent sleep and wake routine. This is really important because you want your internal clock to every single day know when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up. So set a bedtime, set a wake up time, and follow it every single day as much as possible. The second non-negotiable habit is exercising. This is extremely important, not only for your health, but for your mental health in general. The amount of progress you see, and progress is essential for you to improve your mental health, right? And exercising will give you the most visible progress. Either you're going to the gym, or you're doing cardio, you're running, you're doing CrossFit, whatever the exercise is you choose, you will see benefits for mental health. And there are multiple studies showing this, as I showed in another video. Exercising really does improve your mental health as well as your health in general. So do your best, start exercising. Either start going to the gym, start exercising at home, doing some push-ups, doing some squats, or go for runs. It doesn't need to be 1 hour runs every single day. You can go for 5, 10, 15, 20-minute runs, really easy, once a week, to actually start building the habit. But the thing is, start doing it and start improving, because progress is the most important thing in your life. Progress, it's what will improve your mental health so much. Okay, so please, exercise. Third non-negotiable habit is gratitude. So let me explain something. Mental health is mainly determined by progress, and progress can be divided into different things. Gratitude, and the feeling that you can change your life. Gratitude is being grateful for your younger self, for your past self, for actually doing the good habits, but also being grateful for the world and whatever you have. This also comes from the stoicism mindset. Basically, you can't control everything in your life, and what you can control is a reaction to what life gives to you. So what we want to do is have a constant gratitude habit. And this is so special, because once you become a grateful person, it's really, really hard to not have good mental health. So what I want you to do is to every single day, either in the morning or at night, when it's easier for you, write down 3 things you're grateful for. This can be things that happened. So I'm grateful for X thing my mom made for me. I'm grateful for myself for going for a run today. Or it can be just things you have. I'm grateful for this book, for this pen, for this phone. Whatever it is you have, you can be grateful for. And the truth is, everyone can be grateful for something. And this is what you need to train. In the start, you'll really just be writing and you won't be feeling anything. But you'll see, as the days start going and you start being consistent in this habit, you slowly actually start feeling grateful when you write. And the end point, which is really, really beautiful, is throughout the day you'll start feeling gratefulness, gratitude. You'll start, your brain will generate grateful thoughts to you automatically. And this, if you get to this point, wow, this is really great. Fourth and last habit is make your bed. I know, cliche, but it works. Making your bed will train you to be disciplined. It will train you to actually do the hard work. And this, by doing this, you are strengthening your discipline muscle, so that you can do all of the other habits later on. Okay? So please, every single morning, make your own bed. Take responsibility for it. These foundational habits are the one you should start doing. So let's say your winter arc protocol is 3 months long. During the first month, just do these foundational habits. Put all of your energy into doing this and improving and being the best you can. During this next month, do your bed every single day. Sleep at a consistent time, exercise, and do gratitude. In this first month, focus all of your energy in this, and you'll be so much further ahead. And then this will build the foundation for the specialization habits you'll do on month 2 and month 3. So let's get into them right now. Okay, so now let's get into the specialization. This is the work that's unique to you, your own way of progressing in life. So, you need to think of life as being divided in 3 main areas: health, wealth, and relationships. Health is basically your physical health and your mental health, and everything that's included in this. Your wealth is going to be your studying, your career, your job, your business, everything that's related to actually your income. And finally, relationships. This is going to be your family, your friends, your girlfriend. Now, I want you to pick one of these 3 areas, either health, wealth, or relationships, for the next 3 months. In this case, for the next 2 months. Okay, now, in this one area you've picked, I want you to pick a sub area. So, in the health area, we have hormone optimization, we have building muscle, we have losing fat, we have improving your cardio, we have improving your sleep. And you see, some of these habits I've already mentioned before. But if you choose this as being your priority, so let's say you choose your sleep, this means that for the next 2 months, you over-optimize for sleep. You learn everything about it. So don't be scared to pick a habit we already discussed in the previous part. Maybe for wealth, you want to focus on your studying, you want to focus on your job, you want to focus on your business, or you want to, on relationships, focus on improving a certain relationship with someone. And then, for the 2 months after the foundational month, you'll go all into this. You'll be extreme in the focus you've chosen. If you've chosen building muscle, you'll become obsessed. You go to the gym as many times as you can a week. You start to watch videos and learn as much as possible about hypertrophy. You'll start optimizing other things to make more gains. You optimize your diet, your sleep, your hormones, right? So you basically just become obsessed with one single thing, and you progress as much as possible on this thing. This can be building muscle, this can be studying. So you start to learn how to study better, the best tactics, the best way to study, the best way to have better mental clarity and focus. You start fasting, which is when you don't eat in the morning, to actually be sharper. You start to optimize your diet, decrease grains and carbohydrates to have better mental capacity. You start to over-optimize for the one thing you've chosen, because what we want is to make as much progress as possible. And so during the next 3 months, the first month will be the foundation, and after the first month you'll be so ready for the next 2 months, and you make so much progress, and this will improve your mental health so goddamn much. And the area you choose to improve on doesn't really matter. You can choose building muscle, you can choose losing fat, you can choose improving your cardio, you can choose studying, you can choose growing a business. The one you choose won't matter for your mental health. What will matter is progression. Choose one you can progress the most on. So pick an area and do as much as you can to progress as much as possible. The core of this winter arc routine protocol is progression, and progressing as much as possible. Because after the next 3 months, when you have finished this protocol, you'll look back and you see, holy fuck, I progressed so much. You'll be at a totally different level, basically. You'll be basically superhuman with the amount of progress you have done in your health from the foundational habits, your mental health, and then whatever you've chosen to specify in. And if you want to supercharge results, you can do even more habits, little habits, that will make it even better, such as spending time in nature. If you spend some time in nature, let's say exercising in nature, you'll have less anxiety, your head will be so much better, you'll be happier, which will increase the probability of you doing the good habits. You can, take cold showers, which in the short term makes you happier, it builds your discipline. You can meditate, which makes you be able to focus more and decreases your anxiety. You can do all of these little habits that will supercharge your results. And this will get you to progress so much in just a short period of time. And I want to drill this into your head. Progression is key. You don't want to be the best in the first month, in the first week. You want to progress. Progression. Just have this word literally just written in your wall, in your somewhere. Just progression. This is the key. Progress. In the next 3 months, if you progress, you'll be a lot happier, a lot better. And then you can thank me for making this video. Thank you.